Marvel's Spidey and his amazing friends follow that sea monster. Gwen, Peter, and Miles are visiting the aquarium and saying hello to Squishy. Squishy is a little octopus. Hey, Squishy, Miles says. How's it going? Miles waves a hand, and Squishy waves a tentacle. They watch as a school of small fish swim by Squishy. The little octopus looks worried and squirts a cloud of black ink to hide herself. Whoa, what was that? Miles asks. Gwen suggests they ask Isla, a marine animal expert at the aquarium. Hi kids, Isla says, enjoying our octopus exhibit? Yeah, but we can ask you a question, Gwen says. Isla tells the kids they can ask whatever they want. That's why she's there. We were wondering about Squishy, Miles says as he points to the cloudy water in the tank. But he can't see Squishy anywhere. That's a nifty trick she did, isn't it? Isla says. When an octopus gets scared by a fish, it sometimes creates a cloud of ink so it can get away and hide. There she is. Then Isla points at a different part of the tank as Squishy pops up there. Way to go, Squister, Miles says. He wishes he could reach out and high-five the eight-armed creature. You would rule in hide and seek, wouldn't you? Gwen grins. She says it's almost like Miles and Squishy are friends now. Isla tells the kids that it's time to feed the seals. So she has to go. Cheers, kids. Enjoy the aquarium, she says. Just as Isla leaves, Peter, Gwen, and Miles receive a call over their wristbands. It's Webster. What's up, Spidey alert? Webster says, Team Spidey, there are reports of a sea monster attack at the docks. Did he say sea monster? Miles says. Yeah, Peter replies. Then he tells their friendly computer Webster that they'll head back right to the docks. A sea monster, Gwen says. There's no such thing as sea monsters. Miles nods. I sure hope not. The three kids say goodbye to Squishy, then Peter calls out, time to Spidey swing. In a flash, they duck out of sight and switch into their superhero costumes. Then their three spiders trip their webs and swing into action. Moments later, Team Spidey arrives at the harbor, where they land on the deck of a boat. There they see their friend and fellow superhero Reptile talking with the ship's captain and first mate. Team Spidey, the captain says, thank God goodness you came, and look, Reptile is here too. I guess you got the same emergency alert, Spidey says to Reptile. I sure did, Reptile says. Then he asked the captain and the first mate to tell Team Spidey what happened. The captain explains that they were just about to head out to sea with a gigantic crate of cargo when something huge came up from the water. It looked like a sea monster. The captain tells the heroes that the sea monster took the crate right off their boat. It was scary, but it probably wasn't a sea monster, Spin says. The captain says, are you sure? It had 8 big long tentacles, and it was big as our boat. The first mate says. It grabbed that crate and swam off into the briny deep. 8 tentacles sounds like an octopus, Spidey suggests. An octopus that steals stuff sounds like Doc Ock, Spin adds. Ghost Spider points out that Doc Ock isn't as big as a boat. Whenever that thing was, we got to find it and get that cargo back, Reptile says. Maybe it left some clues, Ghost Spider says. It's time to play detective. At first, the superheroes don't find anything, but she heads toward the back of the ship. Ghost Spider finds some inky black stuff. She asks the captain if that was on the boat before the sea monster showed up. No, that leaked out of the creature when it whacked it with an orc. The captain explains. Ghost Spider already has a plan. If the thing is leaking inky black stuff, Maybe it also left a trail the heroes can follow. Reptile loves Ghost Spider's plan, and he knows exactly how to he can help. I bet there's some in the water, he says. Go Dinosaurio. He jumps off the boat and right before he hits the water, Reptile transforms into a huge Petrosaurus. The big dinosaur lands with a loud splash and then his head pops up. I think I see something, Reptile says. As he swims, there's more black stuff right over here. Sure enough, there's a big inky trail atop the water. The heroes must hurry if they're going to get that cargo back. Trapping the Spidey spider symbols on their chests, Spidey, Ghost Spider, and Spin activate their underwater suits. Now they can go with Reptile and follow the inky black trail. They dive into the water and grab on Reptile. He swims beneath the water with Team Spidey hanging on. A giant dinosaur sure can swim faster than we can, Spidey says. Being a Petrosaurus definitely comes in handy, Reptile jokes. As Reptile swims along, the heroes notice more of the inky black stuff. The trail leads them to a big metal octopus floating near the surface of the water. It looks like a big sea monster, just like Captain and the first mate described, and it's carrying the container from the boat. I bet Doc Ock's inside that thing, Ghost Spider says. Let's find out, Reptile says. Hang on. Team Spidey grabs hold on Reptile tightly as the Persesaurus swims after the metal monster. With his mighty flippers, Reptile quickly catches up to Doc Ock Metal Monster. Overtaking the baddie, Reptile looks right at Doc Ock and says, Hey you, stop! At first, Doc Ock is afraid. She thinks a sea monster is after her. Nope, it's Reptile, the Petrosaurus says, and Team Spidey, Spin adds. Spidey tells Doc to hand over the crate that she stole. Oh, you mean this crate filled with valuable goodies? Doc Ock teases the heroes. You'll never get it from me. My new underwater otter suit is far too powerful for you to stop me. Oh, yes, we will, Reptile says as he tries to catch Doc Ock and take away the crate. But the otter suit is too fast. Isn't it amazing? Doc Ock brags about her otter suit. It's huge and made of metal, but these floaties keep me from sinking. She points at the big red floaties on the otter suit. You don't stand a chance against my brilliance, Doc Ock says. We'll see about that, Reptile replies as he charges toward the baddie. Doc Ock dodges out of the way and grabs Reptile in the otter suit's tentacles. Doc shoves Reptile so hard that his head gets stuck in the sea cave. Using his incredible dinosaur strength, Reptile frees himself. You're gonna be stuck, Doc Ock in her webs. Spin says, twip, twip, twip. The three spiders twip their webs at Doc Ock's otter suit tentacles, but the baddie just swats at the heroes away with a free tentacle. Regrouping, Team Spidey joins up with Reptile and they charge Doc Ock. Then Doc presses a button inside the Autobot and whoosh! It releases a big inky black cloud, and when the cloud clears, Doc Ock is nowhere to be seen. She's gone, Reptile says. Her suit shot in and she was able to get away, Ghost Spider absorbs, just like an octopus. But if the otter suit is anything like a real octopus, Spin knows that Doc Ock must be around there somewhere. Sure enough, Spin sees some inky black stuff floating in the water not too far away. The otter suit must still have a link. Grabbing hold of Reptile once more, Team Spidey follows the inky trail. There she is, Spin shouts as they spy Doc Ock in a clump of tall seagrass. The baddie uses her ink button and escapes yet again, but the heroes won't ever give up. They chase after Doc and catch up to her once more. There she is, Spin says. Let's get her. Spidey says they need to wait. If they try to get her now, Doc will just press the ink button again. What if we surround her? Reptile says. Yeah, she can ink in more than one direction, Ghost Spider says. Let's spread out. Meanwhile, Doc Ock can't wait to open the stolen container. She wonders what could he be inside. Gold? Diamonds? You'll never find it, Doc Ock. Hand it over, Spidey says as he swims in, blocking her path. The baddie hits the ink button and swooshes away from Spidey. She bumps right into Spin. She tries the same trick again, only this time she runs into Ghost Spider on one side and Reptile on the other. Spinning around, Doc Ock inks them both and jets away, and she runs into Spidey. Then Spin and Ghost Spider and Reptile. Again and again, Doc Ock inks the heroes, but she can't get away. Not knowing what else to do, Doc Ock presses the ink button over and over, releasing a giant cloud of ink in the hopes she'll be able to escape. Unfortunately, the cloud is so big she can't she can't see anything. She tries to jet away but crashes into a big rock. The floaties come off, and the octosuit sinks to the bottom of the ocean, tumbling end over end. Team Spidey sees Doc but can't stop her from falling over the edge of a huge trench. We got to try and lift her out of there before she falls any farther. Spidey says. The heroes strip their webs, but the octosuit is too heavy. It keeps sinking. I got this, Reptile says, swimming deeper and deeper. I'm fast, remember? A moment later, Reptile swims back, towing Doc Ock by a tentacle head in his mouth. The heroes take the container away from the baddie and return it to land. They bring the container back to the captain and the first mate. The captain is very thankful. Then he turns to the first mate and says, better check this cargo to make sure it's not damaged. The first mate opens the container. Doc Ock can't believe what she sees. Rubber duckies, Doc exclaims. I ran through all that for rubber duckies. Thanks for the help, Reptile, Spin says as the heroes high five. The end.